Welcome, Outpost 31. Sergeant Wolsey here playing Axis&Allies Global 1940, 60 bid for the Allies. This will be US turn 7. The US has super subs, shipyards, and they have radar. So what are we buying? We're going to buy a tech die for 5. We're going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4 cruisers. They're 9. I think that's like one of the best buys. The cruiser for $9. 4 cruisers. We're saving $1 also. Tech die, 2 infantry for 6. Transport and an artillery for 10. Transport for 6. Another transport and an artillery for 10. And then 2 infantry for 6. I think that should be, yeah. That's 6 units for the 3 transports. So we are going to roll that die. See if Crockett got back to me. We'll roll that die real quick. And it's a 2, so it's still a 6 next turn. Combat. So this is, once again, we're going to buy, gotta find someone. I'll put it in the Sahara. 3 transports, 4 cruisers, 2 artillery, and 4 infantry. And we're going to save $1. So he said that he was going to use his kamikazes because we're going to come into C Zone 20 with so 1, 2, 3. Come in with a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer. And we're going to bring, from the Carolines, we're going to bring 2 transports. They'll go 1, 2, take 2 infantry, 1 mech, and we'll pick up an infantry from the Philippines. That's going to be a tough battle, I think. I think that's going to be a tough battle. It's going to be 4 to 1. See, I wanted to take Borneo also. We might have to skip Borneo. Yeah, we're gonna skip. We're not gonna take Borneo because I want to take that factory. So we'll take a transport from Celebes, go 1, 2, and we'll take the artillery up there as well. And I think that's it on that side. Over here on this side, we're going to do a bombing raid on Normandy. We'll send a bomber against that factory. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll send that bomber against that factory in Normandy. And I think that is it as far as combats go that I can see. Everything else will be non-combat moves. So let's do the bombing raid. He's got a AA gun. This is for Normandy. And he misses. And then I'm firing 1 die. It's a 2. And we get to +2, so there's 4. 4 damage on the factory in Normandy. 4 damage. 4 damage there. And I think that, and then that bomber will go back to London. Go back to London. Next thing we'll do is we'll have to do the kamikazes for season 20. He's got 4. Got 4 left. He did 2 in the Philippines, so here's the 4 for season 20, and he gets 1 hit. So Croc, I'll let you. You got 1 out of 4. I'm not sure if I could just damage the battleship, or if the kamikazes select they target a unit. I think. So we're not gonna. Yeah, I'll let Crockett decide. But I got out of your 4. I got 1 hit. Realistically, he only has to use one of these to stop the bombards. But I rolled a 4, so we'll see what he wants to do. And he didn't get back to me yet. Anyway, so continuing on with the amphibious assault on Hong Kong, we got a mech, 1 artillery, and 3 infantry. Actually, that transport that went from Celebes can pick up the infantry from Philippines also. Yep. Yeah, we'll pick up the guy from the Philippines. I have these here because I want to block these sea zones. So I have 2 at 2, and I have 4 at 1 for Hong Kong, and then I get to use that factory because India is captured. So I have 2 at 2, 2 at 2, and 4 at 1. This is my battle in Hong Kong. See what I get. I got 1, 2, 3 hits. I needed 2. I got 3. So he's got 2 at 2 coming back, and he gets Zippo. None. So the Americans take control of Hong Kong and the factory. Japan goes down 3. US goes up 3. I would say playing up against a 60-bit is no small task. I would definitely be intimidated to play against that, to say the least. So I give Crockett a lot of credit. So the Americans take Hong Kong, and we got the factory. We take it with, oh, what? Did he get 1? Oh, no, he got none. He didn't get any hits. Didn't get any hits. But so his kamikazes did get 1 hit. So I'll let Crockett decide where he wants to do that. And I think that is all the combat moves. Now it's just non-combat moves. So over here from 82, a transport is going to take 3 infantry, 1, 2 to sea zone 71 and drop off 3 infantry in South Africa. That bomber from the East Coast is going to fly to London. Destroyer from 106 is going to go to 104. And then, I got all those transports there. Gotta protect those transports, I think. Mm. Yeah, I think what we'll do. Yeah, we'll go like this. We'll do mm, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna move these transports from 92 to 91, and then we're gonna put a cruiser and a destroyer in C zone 91. And then 3 subs from 101 move to C zone 91. What do we have here? 3, 4, 5. That's a red chip. 5, and then we have one more. There are, and that one doesn't fit. I'm always finding one that doesn't fit. Seven subs, a cruiser, and a destroyer. 3 transports, but we gotta protect those. So I think the destroyer is going to go from 104. It's going to go from 106 to 91. Got to. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yep. And I think that might be it for the Americans. No, it's not. I lied. We have non-combat moves over on this side of the board to do. So we're going to put a cruiser from 44. Is going to go to 36. Destroyer from, it's in 42, is going to stay there. And then those subs are going to go, where are those subs going to go? These subs that are in 42 are going to go to 54. Go to 54. And then a destroyer from the Carolines is going to go 1, 2, 3 to C zone 43. So we have a blocker in 36, a blocker in 43, and a blocker in 42. These were the kamikaze dice. Got 1, and then 3 aircraft carriers from C zone 33 are going to go 1, 2, 3 to C zone 20, and they'll bring 6 fighters along with it. From C zone 26, we're going to bring 3 cruisers to C zone 33. Along with the destroyer, 3 subs. We're going to bring 2 aircraft carriers. with 3 fighters, 3 fighters and 1 dive bomber. And then we will bring 2 transports to Sea Zone 33 and drop off 3 infantry and an artillery in the Carolines. And then from Sea Zone 10, 2 cruisers go to Sea Zone 26, along with 2 subs. 2 transports will bring 3 infantry and an artillery from San Francisco. And that is it. Mobilizing new units. I think we keep the pressure on the Japanese. That's what I'm thinking. So we will put on the west coast, we're going to put a cruiser, transport, artillery, infantry. That's 4. Another cruiser, transport, infantry, artillery. That's 8. And then on this side, so this is for San Francisco. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll do a transport, 2 infantry, and 2 cruisers in 101. And then these 8 units are going to go in San Francisco. Placing 2 transports, 2 cruisers, 2 infantry, and 2 artillery in San Francisco. Collecting income, we saved $1. So the US is on 60. On 60. And I'm pretty sure we get should get 25 of bonuses. Yeah, 60 plus 25 in bonuses. That's 85. We saved 1. We have 86 to spend next turn. And a recap will be Washington, 3 mech, 2 infantry, 2 anti-aircraft guns. Sea Zone 101, 2 cruisers and a transport. There's 2 bombers in London. Sea Zone, what is that, 91? Is 3 transports, 2 destroyers, 1 cruiser, 7 subs. Gibraltar has 4 infantry and 2 artillery. Here, 42 has a destroyer, 43 has a destroyer, 36 has a cruiser. There's 3 subs in 54, but maybe they won't go there. You know what? You know what? Never mind. Why would they go there? Those subs can go. They're gonna go to 35 because they're safe in 35. They're safe in 35. Yep. 3 subs in 35. C-Zone 20. Battleship, cruiser, destroyer. 3 transports. 3 aircraft carriers with 6 fighters. Hong Kong has 4 infantry, 1 mech, 1 artillery. Caroline Islands, 3 infantry and an artillery. C-Zone 33 has 3 subs, 3 cruisers, 1 destroyer, 2 transports, 2 aircraft carriers with 3 fighters and a dive bomber. There are 5 subs in C-Zone 6. But you know what? The subs that were in 26, no, they'll be here. They'll go here. Yeah. So C-Zone 26 is 2 cruisers, 2 subs, 2 transports. Hawaii has 3 infantry and an artillery. 5 subs in C-Zone 6. And then over here, C-Zone 10, 2 transports, 2 cruisers. San Francisco, 2 AA guns, 2 artillery, and 2 infantry. And that is the U.S. Turn 7. I'll probably get to China tomorrow. So that's US7. Fun game. Like I said, a lot of credit to Crockett. To me, playing a 60-bit is no small task. So definitely hats off to Crockett. Fun game. Anyways, so that's US7. Schulte out.